God bless. I want to give honor to God who is the head over my life. I hope each and every person is having a blessed day. Go with me to Genesis 9, chapter 9, verses 1 through 17. The subject is God's covenant with Noah. When God blessed Noah, his son, saying to them, "Be fruitful and increase in number, and fill the earth," the fear, dread of you will fall on all the beasts of the earth and all the birds in the sky, on every creature that moves around the ground, and on all the fish in the sea. They are given into your hands. Everything that lives and moves about will be food for you. Just as I gave you the green plants, I now give you everything. But you must not eat meat that has its lifeblood still in it. And for your lifeblood, I will surely demand on an accounting. I will demand on an accounting from every animal and from each human being too. I will demand an accounting for the life of another human being. Whoever sheds human blood, by human shall their blood be shed. For the image of God has God made mankind. As for you, be fruitful, increase in number, multiplying in the earth, increase upon it. Then God said to Noah and to his sons with him, I now establish my covenant with you and with your descendants after you, and with every living creature that was with you, the birds, the livestock, and all the wild animals, all those that came out to the ark with you. Every living creature on earth, I establish my covenant with you. Never again will all life be destroyed by the waters of a flood. Never again will there be a flood to destroy the earth. And God said, this is the sign of the covenant I am making between me and you and every living creature with you, a covenant for all generations to come. I have set my rainbow in the clouds, and it will be the sign of a covenant between me and the earth. Whenever I bring clouds over the earth and the rainbow appears, the cloud I will remember. My covenant between me and you and all living creatures of every kind. Never again will the water become a flood to destroy all life. Whenever the rainbow appears in the cloud, I will see it and remember the everlasting covenant between God and all living creatures of every kind of the earth. So God said to Noah, this is the sign of the covenant I have established between me and all life of the earth. So in this, God created a covenant with Noah. Okay. In this, God blessed Noah. God blessed his son, saying to them, be fruitful and increase in numbers, okay, so that they would be able to fill the earth. The fear dreads of you to fall on the beasts of the earth and the creatures, okay? God also told Noah that everything that lives and moves around will be food for you. Just as I gave you the green plants, I now give you everything. Now, in this, God is saying, just as I gave you the green plants, I now give you everything, but you must not eat meat. In this, in verse 4, God is saying to Noah that he can eat anything green, but he cannot eat meats that has any lifeblood still in it. And for lifeblood, I will surely demand an accounting. I will demand an accounting from every animal and from each human being too. I will demand an accounting for the life of another human being. Whoever sheds blood, by human shall their blood be shed. For the image of God has God made mankind. Okay? This is what it says in the word. Go back in it. In this, the covenant that God had set for Noah. He said, as for you, be fruitful and increase in numbers, multiply on the earth and increase on it. Then God said to Noah, to his sons with him, I now establish my covenant with you. So God had established his covenant with Noah and his sons. Okay? With your descendants after you and every living creature that was with you, the birds, the livestock, and all the wild animals, all those that came out of the ark with you. every living creature on earth, I establish my covenant with you. Never again will all life be destroyed. This land was destroyed by water. The Lord was telling Noah, never will the water of flood ever be destroyed by flood on the earth, okay? And God said, this is a sign of a covenant I'm making between me and you. It wasn't between Noah and the people. This was a covenant between Noah and God. See, if Noah had followed people, then Noah would not be in the position that he was in. Noah had to follow God's command because it was a covenant that God placed on him. Not only did God give Noah a covenant, but God said, I am going to make you fruitful. I am going to make your two sons increase and multiply. I am making a covenant with you. No, God said, I'm making a covenant with you, Noah. I'm going to make a covenant with you and your two sons. But this time it will not be destroyed by water. It will not be destroyed by flood. The covenant between me and you and all living. He told Noah, not only am I giving you a covenant with just me, but I'm going to give you a covenant between me, you, and all living creatures. Never again will the water become flood to destroy all life. Whenever the rainbow appears in the clouds, I will see it, and you remember the everlasting covenant between God and all living creatures of every kind on the earth. So God made the covenant with Noah. He said, I'm about to bless your covenant with your two sons. He said, I'm about to bless your covenant with all living creatures. See, the thing that Noah didn't understand was that God's covenant was above all living people. God's covenant was to say, I'm about to use you and your sons because y'all about to do a work that will be no understandable. I'm about to tell you right now, Noah didn't know that God was going to use him or his sons. But God said, Noah, I've already given you a covenant where you have access to all living creatures. Noah didn't know that God was going to give him all these things. Noah didn't know that God was going to make him fruitful. Noah didn't know that God was going to bless his sons and a covenant. So it was not just a covenant with God and Noah, but God wanted the covenant also to be with his two sons. Noah didn't know all of these things, but God was working it out. He said, these two sons are going to be great in the nation, and these two sons are going to have a covenant with their father. See, Noah didn't know all these things until God put it to light. That these two sons were going to be working miracles in the land. See, there was a land that God gave Noah that no one else could take. And God made a covenant with Noah and his descendants to increase upon the earth. Go back to Genesis chapter 9, 1 through 17. God bless.